We're doing an astrology reading on Monique, and I first wanted to share with you what her son has recently responded.
My mother's value had reached such a low point in my life that I no longer found it necessary to either want to wait for her or even go to her. But like I said, man, I'm super grateful that she has the opportunity to do it all over again. I'm happy for her. I hope the Cat Williams tour goes well, but the narrative that she prays for us to reconcile is a false narrative.
Her son responded very sincerely, but did make it a point that they don't have a good relationship, one could say even estranged. And he claims that what she's saying about their relationship is false, according to what she said on her Club Shay Shay interview. Looking at Monique's chart, the first thing I see is the stellium. One of the things Monique has is a strong opinion. And with having 3 planets in Virgo, this is where her strong opinions are coming from. And this isn't really her personality. It's more of like something that she's purposeful in doing. It's something that evokes the depthness out of her. This is because she's got Pluto in Virgo. She's a part of Pluto and Virgo generation, and she's got Jupiter in Virgo. So there's a level of wisdom and experience that she does want to share with people, but it comes out in the strong opinion. I remember when she talked about bonnets, I was totally thrown off. But anyway. So she's also got Lilith moving over her Pluto energy. Lilith in Virgo is here till June of this year. So there is a lot of destruction and chaos that is forming around her and within her, because Lilith's energy is also provocative within us. But Lilith's energy is also the role players that we are with. And in Virgo, this is the people she works with. Her need to be professional is so important with this kind of transit. But if she feeds into her own inner need to dissect and break things down, which she has power to do, then this could be all out, basically the walls come tumbling down.
Everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you?
Now, this interview with Club Shay Shay, D.L. Hughley responding, and her son responding, is all happening as Pluto and Mars conjoin in the sky in Aquarius. And she has a Mars in Aquarius. So this conjunction is happening to her directly. And you are dealing with Mars, the planet of war, and Pluto, the destroyer. And they are in a conjunction with your Mars. So Monique has got some fighting to do. She has got to fight for her opinions. You see, her Mars opposes her Jupiter in Virgo. Unfortunately, Monique, you don't have the same cards as Cat William, it seems. And these cards are one of karma, and you have to be careful. Now, my question is, why would her son come out now, right? And so I do suspect that there are things happening behind the scenes there. And with this destruction energy happening within Aquarius opposing our Virgo, Aquarius rules over groups, and I just feel like this is like a celebrity coup. Like there is something seriously going on with Monique and the people who are at war with her. They definitely want to silence her, and it's very possible that her son is being supported by these people. Oh, I definitely think that her son is telling the truth. But why would he come out now? It's something deeper. It's got to be. Monique having a lot of fire in her chart, I do suspect that there could have been like a lot of combativeness in her nature, that especially being a young single mom who doesn't have any support might have felt verbally abusive at times, maybe even felt physically at times. This is all alleged. I can't say for sure. But she does have a lot of masculine energy, and she lacks water. So it's really interesting to me how she uses the words "my babies" and things like that. It does feel genuine, but then at the same time it feels disconnected. And, there's no astrology behind this except for the fact that she doesn't have any planets in water signs except for Chiron. So she can give off this like grandmother energy, but does she truly empathize with someone? That is to be determined.
Half the down payment for it, and you were 31 years of age, 32 years of age at that point. and I'm negotiating the deal with the dealer for you as you sit there. And you have the vehicle you're driving right now because of your mother. These are the things that you're leaving out when you're expressing what you're expressing in reference to your mother. You're not.
Monique's husband is a Libra, from my understanding. And she doesn't have any Libra in her chart, but she has a lot of Aries. This would explain their attraction to one another. And she seems to be the breadwinner, which is typical of Aries, right? So to have a masculine partner who's a Libra with an Aries breadwinner wife, their dynamic is very interesting. And I do feel like Monique hasn't met a man like him before. He probably treats her more gentle than most men do. And being an Aries woman, it probably was difficult to find someone who can match her energy. And probably finding someone who complemented it was why these two work very well. However, his Libran traits rub off on Monique in a materialistic way. And materialism and capitalism, these things aren't a bad thing, okay? But we do have the South Node in Libra right now. And so with the South Node moving through Libra, this is letting go of materialism, superficiality, beauty standards, and, basically buying things, frivolous things we don't need. Because the South Node is in a Venusian sign, we're currently going through a humbling when it comes to our materialism. And when you see how they respond over materialistic things to the sun. So Monique is in a favorable position with the North Node going over Aries and basically helping her to push herself out into the world. She's destined to save herself. She's destined to fight for herself. But her husband is not a complimentary figure right now. This could lead to a lot of family dynamics and discussions amongst the populace about choosing a husband over a child, and also about parentifying a child, or especially with single mothers, how sometimes they parentify their child or treat them like their husband. A lot of women in Monique's generation and age and time, also in today's generation, parentify their children so much that they expect their children to move like adults. And so when the children grow up and become adults, they actually don't have the nurture that they need, and they can't really function in life. So they'll tell their children, oh, you're grown now. You should be able to do this. You should be able to do that. But it's because of the intrinsic lack of development that they needed when they were children, where they grew up too fast, because a child growing up too fast makes them skip a lot of steps. So when they become adults, they can't handle it. This is all speculation as to what is going on between Monique and her son, but one thing for sure is that her husband is playing a provocative role in bringing this out. And so it's not going to help her if she isn't empathetic to her son. It's not going to help her image if she doesn't resolve this properly, because the powers that be, or the people who she's fighting against, could use her son as a weapon against her. This is some real crazy stuff, you guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.